It is another moment to enjoy ourselves. Welcome to Physics Meal, a beautiful and lovely program designed for people like you. Today on Physics Meal, our business is to look at concept of measurement, part 6. Remember, we have looked at the first, second, third, fourth, and the fifth part, and it will be necessary for you to watch the videos so that you can actually understand what we are going to do in this 6th part of the concept of measurement. So today we are going to find the unknown powers in a given world, in a given dimension. So when we have a dimension with unknown powers, we are going to see how we can actually find the unknown powers. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. It is very important. Okay, let's begin this business. Now, you may be given a dimension, maybe given the dimension of a particular quantity with unknown powers. For example, we know that the dimension of energy is ml squared. So the powers are known. The powers are known. The power of m here is 1, power of l here is 2, and power of t here is minus 2. But what if you are given the dimension of a quantity in this form? We are told that a certain quantity that its dimension is this, and you are asked to find these unknown powers. How are we going to do that? We just have simple steps that we are going to take in order to find what the dimensions, the unknown powers in a given dimension. So let's look at this step. So we say to find the unknown powers in a given dimension. Given dimension of a quantity, we take these steps. Step number 1, take note of the quantity and the dimension given in the question. Okay, obtain the actual dimension of the quantity. Compare the dimension given in the question today, compare it to the actual dimension. So by equating corresponding powers, find the unknown powers. Okay, so just 4 simple steps. Take note of the quantity and the dimension given in the word, in the question. Then we obtain the actual dimension of the quantity. Compare the dimension given in the question to the actual word dimension. Then by equating corresponding powers, find the unknown powers. We can only understand these steps by taking an example. So when we take an example now, we'll be able to understand it. So let's take an example. Example 1. Given that the dimension of force is m to power a, l to power b, t to power c. Find a, b, and c. Okay? Given that force is this, find the dimensions, find the values of a, b, and the what, and c. So we know actually this is not the actual, this is not the real dimension, the actual dimension of what? Of force, but it is the dimension of force with unknown what? powers. So when we have unknown powers in a given dimension, how do we find the unknown powers? And that's what this video is going to answer. And already we have given 4 steps that we have to take. So the first step, take note of the quantity and the dimension given in the equation. So the quantity of interest is force, so we have taken note of that, and the dimension is this, the dimension given in the equation. So let's write down the dimension. Okay, that's the dimension given in the equation. Then they say obtain the actual dimension of the quantity. So the quantity of interest here is force, so we have to obtain the actual dimension of force. We already know the actual dimension of force. If you watch our previous videos, you will actually see how we obtain the dimension of force. So the dimension of force, the actual dimension of force, actual dimension of force is m(L)T raised to power minus 2. That's force. The actual dimension of force is that. Actual dimension of force is that. So that's the actual. So having obtained the actual dimension of the quantity of interest, that's the quantity given in the equation, we compare the dimension given in the equation to the dimension, to the actual dimension. So let's compare. This is the dimension given to the equation, given in the equation, is equivalent to the actual dimension m(L)T raised to power minus 2. So we want to compare them. So they now say by equating corresponding powers, find the what? Unknown power. So let's equate this mass here, this mass here. So it means that if this and this are the same, then m raised to power a will be equal to m. And the power of m, let's equate the powers here. The power of m here is what? A. And the power of m here is what? 1. That's what that step is saying. Compare the dimension given in the equation to the actual dimension. This is the dimension given in the equation. This is the actual dimension. So let's compare. Now m here must be compared to this m. L here will be compared to this L. And T will be compared to this T. So we have compared m. So if we compare, we equate the powers. What's the power of m here? A. And what's the power of m here? 1. Yeah. So we also do the same. L raised to power b is equivalent to L. So if we equate the powers, the power here is b and the power here is what? 1. Then t raised to power c is equal to t raised to power minus 2. The power here is c and the power here is minus 2. So our a is 1, our b is 1, and our c is what? Minus 2. So that's how to find unknown powers in a given what? Dimension. That's how to find unknown powers in a given dimension. So we'll come back to give more examples. Yes, we're going to look at more examples on this so that the principle will be very clear to you. And when we finish with the example, maybe 2 or more examples, then we'll still give you take-away questions that you are going to enjoy. Keep enjoying our meal and you will find yourself healthy in physics, in chemistry and biology, and also in mathematics. That's our business. Thank you for watching Mathematics Meal, Physics Meal, Chemistry Meal, and Biology Meal. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook at Mathematics and Science Meal. Also look for Engineer Aiko Kechukwu and follow him on Facebook so that you will have enough meal to enjoy at all times. Thank you and God bless you.